Hey everyone, my name's Barry and I'm known as Cyber Monday. Now Cyber Monday is a synthpop, synthwave artist from the UK and I've been making music since the age of about 8 and yeah, quite a long time. and I really wanted to do a video on my YouTube just to introduce myself, to say thank you for the support, because chances are if you've subscribed to me that you've encountered my music previously, so I hope you like it. And I've done lots of different releases and I thought it would be a great opportunity to actually go through those now. Camp page. And these are all of the releases that's available for purchase right now. You can either stream them on Spotify or they may not be available on Spotify. But if you decide to become a subscriber for I think £12 a month, then you get access to a lot more releases. If we have a look at the releases, I think we'll go to Spotify because I think that's what most people relate to in regards to music these days. So we can have a look at Cyber Monday on Spotify. And if I have a look at the albums rather than the singles, it probably makes a lot more sense. I've been starting, since 2017, I think, maybe 2016. Let me just double check. Yeah, 2016 I started with Pink Dolphin Music. And I released my first album back in 2018. So 2018 was when I launched Store Credit. So Store Credit is all about my vocals, my original synth pop material that I've done previously, and just kind of bundling all of those together and having some guest vocals as well by JP and Brown Sugar. So that was quite a successful debut album. I then did a remix version of that called Store Debit in the same year, which is when all of the remixes that I had done for me and some exclusive tracks were actually put in there, and that was released in July. But very much electro house music and progressive house. Then I really felt in that year that I wanted to start doing covers, and this has actually continued throughout, and it may be that you encountered me via one of the covers or remixes that I've actually done on YouTube. So under the covers, I've got various artists on here. I've got Big Sleep by Simple Minds, To Have and Have Not by Ronnie, quite a unique artist in the 80s. I Won't Let You Down by PhD, Together in Electric Dreams by The Human League, Say It To Me by the Pet Shop Boys, so Gary Newman, Cars. So the list goes on, but it really was important for discoverability for me to actually release a official covers album. Then moving into 2019 became really breakthrough for me, huge breakthrough, because I decided to do synthwave, and actually my synthwave material seems to be a lot more popular. Well, I'll say that original content seems to be a lot more popular than the original synthpop music that I did previously. So for example, synthwave, for those people that don't know, is all about retro pop. It's all about creating music now to make it sound as if it was done in the 80s, but with the advanced technology of that. And it's quite a niche market. Lots of dedicated fans in synthwave. So I launched Daywave, which is my first synthwave album. And this isn't anything to do with my vocals now. This is my original material via the synthwave genre, but actually via guest vocals or instrumentals. So a different take on things. And you can see for the most popular track that I've done is an instrumental called Japanese Soul, and it's extremely catchy, and that's had only over 21,000 views, which is huge for me. That's absolutely massive. I can play you a little bit if you want. Cut to the chorus might help. So there you go. So that was Daywave, really successful album. Then that wasn't enough, so I released Nightwave. So think of Daywave as in the day, and Nightwave as driving down maybe on your outrun car, your DeLorean, at night with the beautiful sunset or whatever, or the neon lights, for example, driving past Soho in London or something like that, and then that kind of music that would relate to that. So I did some great tracks on here. Again, a really popular album back in October 2019. I did guest vocals with Brett D, many others, collaborations, so it's great to be part of it. So again, a very successful album there. Then in 2020, feels ages ago, but it really isn't, I did my second cover album, of which case I did a lot more popular tracks, such as Bronski Beat, Jimmy Somerville, Small Town Boy, Fade to Grey by Visage, The Weeknd, Blinding Lights, Just Can't Get Enough by Depeche Mode. God Put a Smile Upon My Face by Coldplay. So yeah, lots of covers again. As if that wasn't enough, I carried on with that album and produced a side B and used just a fantastic vocalist, female vocalist called SLS, and she's just amazing. So she did some of my Lady Gaga covers. Yeah, it was just great to be able to continue on that journey. So yeah, by that time I'd done 3 cover albums, which is great. Now, for those people that haven't really invested time in me and want to check me out, you can check out my first compilation called Retrospective 1. And there's a good mix of some of the most popular tracks on there. There's 18 tracks to check out. It's available on CD format as well via Bandcamp, via the label. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in like cassettes might be available as well, CDs of different releases and vinyl sometimes. So check them out. But it was good to be able to do one whole compilation. Now, back in 2021, I continued on the synthwave journey. So that was via the albums Retro Lift and Retro Fall. Again, utilising guest vocals, instrumentals, all regarding synthwave. So Retro Lift was a bit more about feeling to give you a bit of energy and positivity. And then you had the complete opposite effect of that, which was Retro Fall, which is doom and gloom. No, it's not. It's a bit more darker. Yeah, dark synthwave stuff. A bit more hardcore, let's say. So yeah, that was back in 2021. And then this year, so far in 2022, if you're checking out this video, although it is back end of the year, so maybe you're checking this out in 2023 or beyond. But I started doing Under the Covers 3. So I did Pet Shop Boys again, Will O' the Wisp, A Zombie by the Cranberries, Nights in White Satin, Golden Brown. So yeah, Erasure, Shot a Satellite. So I started doing more covers again, and there is a side B which will be coming out in a couple of weeks. So it's just great for discovery. I mean, if I just show you Cyber Monday, you'll see if I click see more for my most popular tracks that yeah, you've got my original Japanese soul, but actually you've got this is a cover, that's a cover, that's a cover, that's a cover. Yeah, it's a good mix, good 50% mix. But you can see the numbers do tend to relate to covers as well. But that's not all I do, that's the thing. And I've recently done an awful lot of Erasure remixes. So if you're a fan of Erasure, make sure you check that out. And if you are interested in my content and me, then please consider subscribing, because there'll be more videos. If I get good interest on here, I will continue this and, you know, keep people up to date on what's going on. In relation to synthwave, in relation to maybe Web3 stuff, and, you know, synthpop. There's a huge industry out there in the music industry, and also as a kind of indie artist, even though I am signed to a small label, you know, I might be talking about advice for musicians, that kind of thing going forward as well. In terms of the latest releases that I've got, as well as those covers, I have started releasing original material as well. So there's one synthwave track called Patterns, and that's a male vocalist on that one. I've gone back to my kind of original store credit kind of synth pop material with my own vocal on. So I did a original song called Callum, and then back to my synthwave again via a track called Come On with a kind of interesting robotic kind of feel to it. If I have a quick look at the label Bandcamp page, just to quickly show you, then you will see that there's many different artists on there. As an example, there's my huge back catalogue of 640 tracks for £50 on the USB stick if you're interested. There's Retro Fall in CD format. There's a limited edition USB stick for all artists. Retro Lift. So there's lots of CDs, cassettes as well, I can see, for you to check out if you're interested. And there was even a mini disc on Mini Disc Day back in 2020 that sold out as well. So I joined up with another artist called Daniel Hall, synthpop artist, and we produced a mini disc. So yeah, we've done vinyl in the past as well, even floppy discs I've done. It's just great to be able to offer merch. It's something that is always a struggle, particularly with P&P. But it's something that is really nice to do, you know. But make sure you check out Pink Dolphin if you haven't already, and if you like electro pop, synth pop material, all electronic music, really, Pink Dolphin do. And I love this mug. Look at this. Be yourself. Don't be a mug. That's great, isn't it? So good. Well, there you go. If you've got any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. Anything you want to know, I'm more than happy to go through with you. It's just a bit of an open video in terms of everything that's been going on. But it's great to be able to catch up with the journey, and let me know if you want me to cover something else going forward, and I'll look into that as well. So take care. I'm Barry, known as Cyber Monday, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Take care. Bye.